Education bill here in Texas just passed this year, and it's a big deal, especially for teachers, students, and parents. House Bill 6 aims to restore teachers' authority in the classroom while also improving student discipline. KLTV7's April Peardon spoke with State Rep Joanne Schaffner for more on exactly what this new bill would do.
Discipline comes in, then you think twice about doing it again.
Across the state of Texas, State Representative Joanne Schaffner says teachers have voiced their inability to effectively manage disruptive students. Schaffner believes this is due to restrictive discipline policies.
The teachers' rights got taken away a little bit, where administration was not letting the teachers remove the students or discipline the students anyway.
But with House Bill 6 passing the Senate in May,
this is actually telling the superintendents, telling the school districts that the teachers have rights.
Schools are no longer limited to a maximum of 3 days for in-school suspension. Discipline duration can now be based on the severity of the offense, including expulsion.
Students will also be required to continue their classwork.
This is part of a broader push for education reform in Texas. Lawmakers approved an $8.5 billion increase for schools, the biggest ever.
That's going to go to teacher pay raises, which are so desperately needed.
This also includes funding towards hiring support staff like counselors and nurses for students' behavior that might be tied with trauma, foster care, or homelessness. The extra funding also includes an education savings account where any student,
whether they're being bullied or they're not being challenged enough or whatever the situation is, this will help those parents as well to be able to choose the best education for their child.
Schaffner says this is a big step in trying to support both learning and discipline in Texas classrooms. April Peardon, KLTV 7 News.
Now, if that bill is signed into law by the governor, it would take effect September 1st, right at the start of the upcoming school year.